Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to War Stories. My name is Jericho, and today I am joined once again by my partner in crime, TheIceMann.
Hello, everybody.
So for today's episode, we're going to do sort of a look into the future about the as yet untitled Han Solo movie that's coming out in March of 2016. So we know very little. Go ahead.
Wait, I'm sorry. When's it coming out?
No, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong thing. May of 2018. March of 2016 was 3 months ago.
We're gonna look into the future. Probably not 2 months ago. That isn't gonna be released for another 3 years.
Yeah, the distant space year of 3 months ago. I mean, I guess it was a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, no, I'm the one who was wrong all along.
Correct.
And all of our listeners. Sorry.
Well, you should be. Okay, so we don't know very much about this project at all. Bob Iger of Disney did confirm that it is about Han and Chewie's origins, and we know that Alden Ehrenreich of Hail Caesar is going to play Han, but we don't know anything else about the plot. So, in a perfect world, what would you have it be about?
Well, first off, actually, let's talk about Johann Gruber.
Yeah, Hans Gruber.
This is not acceptable. He was also in Beautiful Creatures. And that's actually the only thing I've seen him in. Horrible movie, great books. I've only seen him acting like a goofy high schooler in the South.
All right.
And he played that role really well.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Naturally, he's going to be Han Solo.
Right.
But I hope, I don't know, I hope he can do it. They obviously, I mean, they were crazy, like, auditions, I'm sure, so.
Yeah, it was the biggest casting call in the history of Disney, they said.
Wow.
But I mean, what does Disney know about movies?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole heap of a helping. So the movie's being written by
Lawrence Kasdan, right?
Yes, Lawrence Kasdan, who also worked on episodes 5 and 6, and then directed by Chris Miller and Phil Lord, who did the Lego Movie and worked on a bunch of really cool TV shows. I think they worked on like Community and Arrested Development and those kind of things.
Oh, okay.
So they definitely have the pedigree, I would say.
Yeah, I'm super excited that Kasdan is writing this.
Mm-hmm.
He also wrote Force Awakens.
Yes, correct.
He knows. And Raiders of the Lost Ark, and maybe another one of the Indiana Jones movies, and a bunch of other stuff. Lawrence Kasdan is incredible.
Yeah, he's the best.
It's going to be a great movie just based off of that.
Right. Yeah, he did the screenplay for Empire and Jedi and Force Awakens, and he's going to do the screenplay for this as well, and Raiders. So he... yeah, that alone kind of convinces me that this could be something special.
Definitely. What kind of stuff do you want to see in it?
Well, okay, so in the Legends continuity, we sort of touched on this in our Return of the Jedi episode as we were kind of rambling, but Han and Chewie first met. Chewie, along with many Wookiees, was conscripted into slave labor by the Empire to build Star Destroyers and the Death Star and that sort of thing. So Han at that time was in the Imperial Navy trying to become a TIE fighter pilot, and just to learn to be a pilot. And he was assigned to work with this team of Wookiee slaves, and Chewbacca was there getting like pushed around, and Chewbacca like refused to do something, so the Imperial officer that was there went for his blaster. So Han I don't think he killed the officer because he didn't get like imprisoned or anything. He just got like blacklisted from the Imperial Navy and dishonorably discharged or that sort of thing. But he like overpowered him and took the gun and helped Chewie escape. So from then on, Chewbacca had a life debt to Han, which at first was why they traveled together. But then, of course, it grew into, a friendship and a partnership and all the rest. So I've always go ahead.
I'm sorry. So like if they go with that, and maybe we already talked about this already also, so like if they go with that, could we see like a post-credit scene at the end of Rogue One, like the Wookiees just building, like being, or not even like a post credits, but just like something in Rogue One about the Wookiees having to build the Death Star, and that kind of planting the seed of the Han movie.
I think they totally could if that's the way they wanted to go with it. And I don't know if they will or not. Like, I think it being about Wookiee slavery is both a big reason why they would and why they wouldn't. Like, it would definitely be, like, you know, topical and hit home for a lot of people, but they might think that that's not, like, the best. They might not want to open that particular can of worms in a Star Wars movie.
Right.
But I've always thought it was a really cool, you know, backstory because it explains why, you know, these guys that are so different were teaming up, and then they just become friends and partners after all their years and struggles. So I definitely would like it if they kept that origin, but I think they could go a lot of ways with it that I would think would be pretty cool. But I couldn't say one off the top of my head. I'd be very curious with what they decided to go with.
Mm-hmm. So definitely gonna have that like the way how they got together became right.
Yeah. Bob Iger or Iger, I-G-E-R, did say that it is about an origin movie for Han and Chewie. So okay. I guess maybe they'll already be together and it'll be like flashbacks, or they'll just or not even, they're just already together and we'll just accept it. But so not necessarily how they got together, but it will show them. But it's described as an origin story. I don't think. I mean, that's got to be the one of the things in a young Han movie that people would be most excited to see. Is how Han and Chewie became friends, because everybody loves Chewie.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it's got that in it, then it's also got to show, I think, how he got the Falcon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other big thing too, for sure. So,
did he win it from Lando, like in the Legends?
Yes, in the Legends continuity, Han played in a huge sabacc, which is sort of like poker crossed with blackjack, but the cards in your hand can randomly change, so the bluffing is ridiculously important. There's a big sabacc tournament on Cloud City that Han and Lando were both playing in. And late, I think in the championship game, like the last game of the tournament, Han and Lando were playing against each other, and Lando did not have the money to cover his bet. So he used as his money, at the time Lando owned a used spaceship lot. So he said, okay, this is gonna count for however many credits. You can take any ship off of my lot. Instead of money if you happen to win. So that way Lando had enough to bet with, and Han ended up winning. And it was crazy that Han was able to get the Falcon, because the Falcon at the time was Lando's personal ship, but Lando did not take it when he went to Cloud City, because he wanted to come on like one of the big commercial vessels so he could look like he had all sorts of money to burn, which would affect his bluffing. So at the time, even though it was his ship, it was sitting on his lot, so Han claimed it. And that's why Lando was like, you stole it, like always claimed that it was unfair and a ridiculous bet and all the rest of it.
Do you think, or is it, again, I'm asking something like.
No, it's wonderful.
So like, when Lando's like, you no good, well no, you got a lot of guts coming here after what you pulled, is that what he's talking about? No,
that's not what he's referring to. I plan to do a episode all about Lando stuff, so I'm not gonna I'll just do like the Cliff Notes version here. Basically, Han conscripted Lando to help out with an operation with the rebels, and and Lando and all the rest of the people that Han got to help them ended up getting screwed over, and Lando blamed him. Even though it wasn't Han's fault, Lando didn't know that, and he blamed Han for the way it went down.
That was pretty recent then when he said that then, right?
Yes, and actually that operation was one to build towards the getting the Death Star plans. That definitely will be totally different now with Rogue One and all, of course. But the operation that Han had Lando help with was like a first step along the road to get the Death Star plans.
sorry, we don't have to go into this at all if we don't want to. Why did Han care about the Death Star plan then?
Because his girlfriend did.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know anything about Star Wars.
No, I love it. It's cool. It's filling the discussion. So, I really like him winning the Millennium Falcon in a game of cards when it's like his beloved ship and it's so important to him, but it was all just like crazy luck that he ever got it. So I hope like they at least keep the skeleton of the story. Like it doesn't have to be Lando. It doesn't have to be Cloud City. Like they could change everything about it, but I definitely hope. That's more important to me than Han and Chewie's origin, because Han and Chewie are still going to be together. You know, like how they got together is not really. I don't think they'll do something stupid, and I don't even know what I would think of that, unless Han is like Chewie is just Han's adopted father or something. I think most of the possible explanations for Han and Chewie being partners I would like, but I really loved him winning the Falcon in a game of cards. So I hope that stays true.
That's neat.
Definitely. So, who would you want the villain to be? We mentioned this in the Return of the Jedi episode that we both would be excited to see Boba Fett, but
I originally wanted to say my first instinct right now was to say Jabba the Hutt, but not really, because Han was working for him, or at least on boss employee good terms.
Right.
Before the events of the original, so not Jabba. Although that shows me he won't be in it. I think it'd be pretty cool if Jabba the Hutt was in it. I actually feel like he should be. Right.
Yeah, I really like that. That hadn't even crossed my mind, honestly. I think Lawrence Kasdan had a quote that it was like 10 years before A New Hope is where he was sort of thinking to put it, and his opinion on that might change.
Okay.
So if that's the case, this wouldn't work, but one thing I would like to see is how he originally owed Jabba.
Okay, yeah. Just like it may not even be like that consequential, because it doesn't even sound like it. Just like I had to drop my shipment for sign of an Imperial cruiser. Like it could just be like one random thing that happened, and you'd be like, oh, I know the significance of that.
Yeah, that would be cool too. Or like that's even how it starts. Is he like they don't even make mention to it, but he's just like, okay, we're gonna have to drop the cargo. Let's keep going. And then we're like, oh, who does that belong to? But yeah, I think Jabba definitely needs to be in it. So, how about a wish list of Star Wars characters to appear in it? Like we already have said, Lando, Boba Fett, Chewie, and Jabba would be really cool. Who else would you like to see?
I guess I would say Boba Fett, but they're gonna do a Boba Fett movie also.
Right.
So I don't know if they would like. I mean, they all obviously connect, but you know what I mean. Like, do they want to connect them like that?
Right.
Or would they just completely just save them?
And I do.
The Boba Fett movie, but they've got to talk about it though, right? Because there's all that unsaid history between them in the movies.
Yes, I would say without a doubt, either the Han movie or the Boba Fett movie will talk about their disagreements in the past.
I really hope if they don't get. I know so many people have a problem with the prequels, but if they don't get either Tamara Morrison or someone who looks like him or sounds like him, like at least as an adult, I'm gonna be inconsolable.
Yeah, I agree. They need. I understand they want these movies to be their own thing and to stand on their own 2 feet, but they need to do whatever they can. Like they got to meet us in the middle.
they gotta match, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You remember the rumor that Michael B. Jordan was gonna be?
Yeah. I think
that's awful.
Yeah. Fine actor. It's not even like a problem with him being of another race. It just. I want them to do everything they can to make them look similar. Like I'm sorry.
Yes.
But I don't know.
I think they will. I hope they will. Like, I don't know. I would say they'll almost certainly get a new actor because Tamir Morrison is in his early hundreds now.
He sure is.
But,
what about Daniel Logan, the baby Boba Fett? I mean, even he has got to be in his 30s by now.
He's weird.
Oh, he's weird? Oh, that's disappointing.
He's almost like Jake Lloyd weird.
Oh, no.
Like, didn't they, like, aren't they friends?
Probably.
Don't they like, go to anti-Star Wars rallies?
Yeah. They're both petitioning to be in Star Trek.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a funny name.
I don't know that for sure. I feel like I read something, though, that he's weird.
Just Google it.
Former Boba Fett actor turned weird. Was the headline on BuzzFeed.
6 reasons why Daniel Logan is weirder than you think. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe Tamir Morrison has a real kid. Or maybe he has a real clone that was unaltered and they didn't accelerate his growth process.
I was going to say maybe he's like Benjamin Button and he's getting younger, but that's just stupid.
That's just a movie.
Compared to... yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything. They're probably gonna have like an all new villain, and
probably there'll probably be a lot of new characters.
I mean, it's not like Han only had issues with 3 people in the whole galaxy.
Right.
Doing what he did, you know.
What if they had Tasu Leech or Bala Tik?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well, they're both super young for Awakens.
True, but it could be a Kanji Club
group,
patriarch.
Death Gang or whatever the other ones are called.
Kanji Club.
Kanji Club. Kanji Club. I'm really upset that I forgot that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite alright.
All Jared and I did when The Force Awakens came out was, quote, the Guavian Death Gang leader.
Good to see you.
Kanji Club.
Yeah, that's the first time that thought has crossed my mind, but I would like that. That'd be cool too. That's something they're gonna really need to do. Is like as much as I want them to include the prequels, and of course, I mean, there's no question they're gonna have as much of the original trilogy as possible, but I really want to see a lot of like just connecting all 9 movies together.
Yep, I like that a lot. Really, he should be friends with them too, right?
Yeah. As far as other like already existing characters, I would really like to see. I don't know. I don't want him to feel shoehorned in. Like I don't really want to see a young Leia. Like,
No.
like even if they don't meet, like of course they couldn't meet, but like if there's like a subplot about her like wandering around getting into mischief, like I don't need to see that.
No, I agree. What about young Greedo?
That'd be pretty cool. It used to be in the Legends that Greedo was really young, that he was only like in his 20s or so.
Okay.
But then I feel like in like, I don't know if it was a deleted scene or if it was in the novelization or something, but like a baby Greedo picks on Anakin, which would make him in his 40s.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right, I think that was going to be included, but then Uncle George.
And that's stupid. That's why I'm King Star Wars. Say goodbye to your paycheck for that stupid suggestion.
Right now you owe me.
Well, them's the breaks, kiddo. I'm older than you, George. So what's the plot gonna be? We talked about some stuff, but like what like I think it would be cool. I really love your idea about it involving Jabba. It could be like how that could be the whole, well, I don't know, it'd be cool like we mentioned before, it being just like a nod to Jabba, or the whole movie it could be like him trying to do this job for Jabba.
It could, definitely. Definitely.
And Jabba's like his boss, and like he's like reporting to him. He's like, oh, okay, this is happening, this is happening. Or like Boba Fett steals the cargo, and he like meets Chewie along the way. I don't know. I definitely want it to be like crazy, like a heist movie or something, you know? Like I don't want it to feel like a superhero origin movie. You know, we have plenty of those in Disney already.
I never read it, but I heard the Scoundrel, the novel.
Oh, the one with the Usual Suspects looking cover?
Wasn't it like one of the last of the Legends?
Mm-hmm. It might have been like the last. That was super late.
Like a like almost an Ocean's movie.
Right. Yeah, that's
what I heard that was like. Maybe not quite go that far, like still have it feel like a Star Wars movie, but not have that kind of.
Have it be like Oceans crossed with like the Goonies or Raiders. Like have it be like Oceans, but more like an adventure tinge.
Yeah. Within the context of a Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. There we go. Get Larry Kasdan on the phone.
Larry! I actually answered an only law.
What are the scale lessons?
Okay, so the Han Solo movie. We're all excited. It's coming out May 2018, so we definitely have time to wait 2 more years, but we'll have Rogue One and, of course, Episode 8. Oh, which will apparently, or maybe, be named Fall of the Resistance. So we'll see. I am shocked we haven't gotten a title yet. It must be at Celebration.
I mean, maybe we didn't get a title. We didn't get Force Awakens until a year before that came out, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had to wait.
Yeah.
But it's at Celebration.
But it was going to come out in a year from now, a year from a month ago.
Right.
But I guess that doesn't really matter to them, though. Like, it still is, if they still want the same period of lead up after giving it a name.
What's in the name?
Oh, and on that thought-provoking words of wisdom from the Iceman, we will leave you today, unless you have any closing thoughts about the Han Solo movie.
I'm more excited about it now than I have been ever.
Oh my word. That's just bad. It's not going to be anything like we say.
No, not at all. But like I'm thinking about it now.
Right.
You know, like before, just like that'll be cool.
Aw.
Now I have expectations of I don't know.
Expectations of grandeur. All right, well, thank you, Iceman, for joining me, and thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a war story. They're just like this, and they're every Tuesday and Thursday. But there's always something to see here on the Full Ensigns channel. You got a new content every single day. So once again, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, all that good stuff, and we will see you soon. I don't know about you guys, but we're full.